Hello, friends. This is the overview for Fast Track to 9K EX. This is a community where friends help friends achieve financial goals together. The description of this group. This is a $150 to $9,000 gifting circle based on principles of cooperative economics. This is an exclusive group where each person is required to bring 2 to 3 people minimum into the group. The reason for that is so that our boards move fast and we do not have stalled boards. It is imperative. That is why this is an exclusive group. Getting started. All participants must be added to the Telegram app. That is how we all communicate. Because this is a fast-moving group, you need to be aware of what's going on at all times, and you need to be able to be notified. You know, your group may be closing out. You may need to get your gifting information so that you can go ahead and send your gifts in a timely manner. You want to add all of your prospective flyers to the group so that they can be aware of what's going on and to get people excited about the group. To be added to the board, type "add me" into the group chat along with the name of the person that invited you. Once you do that, you will then be placed on the board, meaning you will see your name in the chat group on the board. The process. This is a 3-phase or 3-step process. Phase 1, when you first join the group and you gift in your $150 once the board has been filled. You will gift to your respective water person based on the color that you're in, whether it be yellow, blue, or gray. Once everyone gifts in, the board will split, and then you will be placed into the water position on the next board. So again, this moves very fast. You go directly from fire to water. Phase 2, once that board is filled, you will then be gifted $500 from each of your 9 fires. That totals $1,350. Of that $1,350, you will keep $350 and you will regift $1,000. For water person. Phase 3, the board will split again and you will split out into 3 breakout boards that you're responsible to manage. Now, these 3 boards are your money boards. These are the boards that you will be gifted $3,000 from per each board, which totals your $9,000. Once your boards have closed and you've received your $9,000, your cycle is complete. You're welcome to start with a brand new $150, come back in and start the process all over again if you wish. Now let's look at the board movement. This is the board. There are 3 people in the center in the water position. In this example, we have Daniel, Tom, and Sam. You see the 3 color groups, yellow, blue, and gray. We're going to just fill Tom's section and look at that. Tom's 9 people are in here. So Tom would have brought his 1 person, Debbie. Debbie would have brought her 1 person, Mark. Mark would have brought his 1 person, Joe, and so on, until this is filled up, and everyone would do likewise. So now, once that's filled, Debbie, Joe, and Mark are going to break off into their own board. So here you are, Debbie, Joe, and Mark. So now you see Debbie has filled her section of the board, and she will now receive $150 times each of her 9 fires. That totals $1,350, of which she will keep $350 and re-gift $1,000. Now, this is an example. This is just a copy of the board that we were just looking at with Debbie on it, with her 9 fires filled in. So now, these are Debbie's breakout boards. Debbie, each of these 3 sections are going to become on 1 board. You have Michael, Will, and Rachel, and there they are. Then you have Nancy, Shirley, and Ronnie, they're here. And you have Nick, Lori, and Terry, and they are here. Debbie is going to help each of these boards get closed so that she can receive her $3,000 per each board. Managing breakout boards. Anyone can do this. You have to communicate With the core of each group, you want to clarify the process. You want to make sure that they understand what they're doing, and that they understand the process so they can be successful. You want to help them be self-sufficient by showing them how to set up their chat groups, showing them how to update the boards with the names that go on it, and so on. This will take some burden off you, and you should have learned this from your previous water person as well. So you want to set them up for success because, again, as I said, these are your money boards. So you want to stick with them. You want to make sure that you are in their group. Also, I want you to know that, again, like I said, anyone can do this. It's not rocket science. To create a chat group in Telegram, it's like a 3-4 step process. You go to your chats, you look up in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a square box with a pencil in it. You click that. Then you'll see a button that says Create Group. You click that. It's going to ask you for a name to start off with. You put a name in there of the person that you're adding to the group, and then you give the group a name. It's done. That's it. You're going to do that 3 times, once for each one of your groups. And then you're going to start the group off by putting the 3 people that are on the board into that group, and also add yourself so that you can keep tabs on what's going on, and you can be there and be helpful and participate and keep it lively within their group as well so that they're successful. With regard to updating the boards, that is very simple as well. There are various free apps that you can find in your app store, whether it's Android or Apple. For example, I use an app called InChat, which works very well for me. I know a lot of people use something called Spark Post. I know other people that use PowerPoint. They send the picture to their email and they update it on their computer. Other people use the photo editor in their cell phone. So there's many different ways to do it. There's no one size fits all. Overall, your goal is to help each of them get their boards closed. That's basically all to this whole process. I do have some frequently answered questions, and these are actually not questions, but these are the answers. So with this group, you are not making payments. No one is making a payment or paying anyone. You are gifting. You are giving a gift to a friend, and you are receiving gifts from friends. Therefore, there is no income generated. There's no tax liability for anything that's received in this group. The gifts that you receive are below the $15,000 gift tax threshold. So there's no gift taxing to be worried about either. As I alluded to earlier, each of the 3 sections of the board may close separately as they are filled to keep the process moving quickly, but that is totally up to the discretion of the participants on the board. Many people want to know if they can be on more than one spot at a time. You certainly can. However, I do caution you that if you do that, your responsibilities will be doubled. You will then have to bring in that minimum of 2 to 3 people for each spot that you're on. You cannot serve as your own fire. Lastly, something that's not here, I just want to say, someone came up with an idea today. If there's someone out there that wants to participate in this group, but you know that you do not have the required 2 to 3 fires coming in, team up with someone else, and then you split everything in half. You split the $150, so you're only gifting $75 each. You would then split the $9,350 harvest that you receive in half, and you also split the task of finding the 3 or more fires to come into the group. So it makes it a lot easier. Then once you go through the process one time and your friends and family see that this was very lucrative and it worked quickly, I guarantee you'll have other fires that want to come, other people that want to come in with you, and you can start all over again and do it individually. Well, friends, thank you very much for your time. I hope this was clear. I hope you understand what the process is like, and I hope you participate. This is an awesome group. Fast track to 9K EX. Thank you. Have a good evening.